Has this ever happened to you? You tune in to watch Saints Gaming compete at your favorite title, but you end up missing it. Scrolling through Twitter to find results is just such a chore, and it looks like there's no easy way to find out everything you've missed. Luckily, there's a solution. Hi, Millie Bays here, and I'd like to introduce you to St. Clair's Bird's Eye View, the #1 show to keep up with everything about Saints Gaming. Get weekly recaps, see great highlights, hear exclusive interviews with players and staff, and so much more. That's Bird's Eye View, available in podcast or video form at a website near you.
Hello, Saints Nation, and welcome to NACE Star League Rock League action. My name is Jackson the Pride Brown, joined alongside Bernard Raynex Mafi, and we are going to be having St. Clair College versus KSU tonight, Kennesaw State. So it's going to be round number 1 of NACE Star League playoffs here in the Challengers division at least, and I'm very excited to get things started here. Bernard, how you feeling about this one?
I'm super excited. It's my first time on the mic for Rocket League. You know, I'm getting a ton of great experience out here at the college, casting these fantastic events for our teams. It's the first match for us in this playoff season, so the openers are always super exciting, and we're absolutely smashing it right now, man. So I can't wait to see how we kick things off here.
Yeah, this green roster, they've been playing phenomenally here, and it actually has been rewarded them because they're 1 seed here. They're going to be in the #1 spot for this NACE Star League playoffs, which is very, very nice for them. They should be like a roster at this skill level you typically see in that higher division, right? They're played, I forget what it's actually called, it's like champions or something like that, and the actual top NACE division, but only one varsity team can be playing in that one. So Saints Gold going to be taking that spot, but Saints Green going to be absolutely dominating this Challengers division so far, and we're going to expect that to see some of that performance come out here tonight. Obviously, Saints and our eyes being that 1 seed against a 32 seed, you're going to have the Saints as the favorite, right? Yeah. Me and you both talking pre-show about this. We're expecting, I might see KSU pick up a game or two, but we're expecting to see the full 4 come from the Saints. And honestly, I agree. When you say I don't know, man, I completely agree because the Saints roster has been playing crazy lately.
I mean, 6-0 is nothing to scoff at. We're talking about, like you said, this is a team that could very easily play in the upper division. Yeah. So it's one of those situations where it's like we're not trapped here with you, you're trapped here with us. We're the sharks in the pool. So I want to see them kind of assert that dominance, not let the foot off the gas. That's definitely what got them here, and they're going to have to keep up that intensity if they want to move past this, successfully.
For sure. One thing I definitely want to see from the Saints roster here tonight is just so much pressure on the net. That's what we got to constantly see, right? You're not going to score, if you don't shoot. So you got to shoot your shots and you got to get those in. I mean, we've seen so many times, I personally in the last few weeks, we've seen so many shots go in there just like dribbles or like something like that just since you got a shot on the net, you're going to be rewarded. And I think that's one of the biggest things. You just got to see these shots fire away. So we do have Kamal and we do have Nitrix here in the nest for us tonight here playing. So we might see some chemistry between those two players light up, and I'd really be excited to see them come through and have some big plays.
Yeah, it'll be the first time that I get to see some of the chemistry, firsthand, and casting it myself. So I'm really excited to see what kind of synergy they can bring to the table. One thing that I've been reading about, I'm really excited to see is kind of this concept of midfield control. Where the boosts are located, controlling midfield is really good. If you're on the attack, you want to keep them on the defense and just keep taking these free pot shots. Don't overextend. Just control the boost control the boost area, and then you're gonna get more scoring opportunities without overextending yourself. So I just want to see how they make decisions positionally and how they can maintain advantages and things like that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, honestly.
Yeah, I completely agree. And like we were saying, just going in hand with me saying they needed so many shots on net and whatnot there, I also do think that at the same time you got to keep it realistic kind of. Don't over rotate. Don't get too aggressive. Play your game. Play how you like. So we're going to see things get started here. But yeah, for the side of the Saints roster as well, you can see them on your screen there. They just went away, but they're looking ready. They're looking locked and loaded. We're just moments away from heading in this game. And I just want to reiterate here a little bit about how important these first few rounds are, because winning the first few games in the upper side of the bracket and playoffs and just double elimination brackets in general, you want to make as far as you can in winners before you have to get into that loser stage.
So extra credit, you want to get as far as
for sure. So Saints being the 1 seed, gonna provide them some good light here. So we can actually pull up the bracket if we want to take a peek of it here. So thanks to Danners on the back end there for getting that ready for us. But here we go. Let's take a peek. So yeah, St. Clair Saints and KSU Black. There's the matchup that we're gonna be looking at today. And they're gonna have to play 16-17 seed after that, which is also pretty good for them, right? You're not gonna have to play a top seed until potentially USCF Academy in round number 3.
You mentioned second seed though. On the other side of the bracket, I'm assuming that. Do you remember what team that was?
Yeah, it
was
like
the
Triton.
one that you were like, it
was
Titans Club.
I haven't really heard too many about Titans Club either, so I'm not sure. But as for the Saints going up there at the top of the bracket, I mean, it really is just going to come down to, I feel like their round 1 should be okay for the Saints. The round 2 should be okay. Round 3 is where things might get a little bit skeptical here, as we do have to go against UCF Academy, and that's not going to be until over at December 4th, or actually, December 4th. That's quite a ways away, but December 4th. So, I'm very anticipating them to make it pretty decently far here in this winner's side of the bracket. But round of 32 getting started off here now. St. Clair and Kennesaw starting us off game number 1 out of this best of 7 series here. And we are going to be starting off with an early shot, potentially going to come through, but no, going to be a big save there from the side of Kennesaw. And now St. Clair immediately putting this one on the offense.
Jeez, I mean, we didn't even get a chance to take a breath. Like the ball's already flying around. There was almost an attempted goal right there. Like that was, things are moving really fast already. We've just jumped into it. We're not even, a minute in.
Yeah, completely agreed with you in that regard. And 30 seconds into this game, we've seen a couple shots already go pretty crazy in. Like, that's the thing with Rocket League. You go from 0 to 100 real quick. Okay, kickoff, I've seen so many times where goals have been scored in the first 8 seconds of games, and you're like, okay, well, what a start to this game.
Right.
But yeah, so we're going to make our way through this one here. The pressure so far is all in Kennesaw State zone, and honestly, I think that's going to be kind of like the storyline that we're going to see today, is just the pressure being on in their territory. Nitric's going to find the shot, and there's one early. St. Clair up 1-0.
That felt like the entire game was just taking place, on KSU's side of the field. That's really not what you want to see. They're just, dancing around them. Super early goal, again here, within, the first minute?
Yeah.
And that's super explosive. SCC comes out the gates with guns blazing.
I'd love to see a stat on, people who score the opening goal, how often do they actually win the series? That'd be a crazy stat to see, but I bet you it's a pretty high percentage, because St. Clair here going to start off nicely, and this immediately puts momentum in their favor and immediately takes momentum away from KSU. It's already tough enough if you're KSU right now to just look at the bracket and be like, okay, number 1 seed, they obviously probably know some of these Saints players being, playing in these upper and higher ranks and whatnot there, especially Kamal, 3-year vet here. He's coming in 3rd year here playing for Rocket League Saints, and very exciting to see. But yeah, there's the 1-0 early start here, and the Saints are just looking to move with this momentum. The ball still continuously staying in Kennesaw State zone.
Yeah, look at this. Great chase here, repositioning the ball. These clears though are not terrible from KSU. You want to keep the ball high in the air, give your team time to reposition, assess things, grab some boost. So the fact that it's flying around may look scary, but I think they're doing a decent job right now defending. And look, now it's being thrown at SEC side.
Yeah, for sure there. So now that's going to be another shot on net, just a little off the post from Nitrix, and then a big save coming through from Taz. So nice defense there from the side of KSU. Yeah. And for the amount of shots that Saints have had so far, KSU have been doing a fairly good job of keeping these ones away. Yes, they did let that one slip, but other than that, I mean, they've been playing pretty decent defense here so far, and there's a good one there from Smiley, I believe it was, taking that one away from the back there, trying to get it clear. But that's the biggest thing with KSU right now. They're putting so much pressure on the defense, and they're having a really hard time getting a clear, and that's going to result in Kamal finding one as well, now 2-0.
One thing I really want to point out is, while these guys are attacking the KSU goal, they're putting a lot of pressure on boost. Nitrix just picked up the corner boost there, refilling his gauge completely before that goal. It's going to be really hard to fly around and combat this offense unless you're thinking positionally, aware of those respawn timers. So let's see if they can pick it off the ground. The game's just flying by right now, man. It seems like it's going a mile a minute.
Hey, man, that's Rocket League. I know this is one of your first ones here, but Rocket League going to just zoom by here. Fly through these series. Double demo.
Yeah, double demo. Oh my God.
Kamal bouncing off the backboard. Going to put up a 3rd now for the Saints, and I think that's Kamal's 2nd goal here of the night. So he's looking to just ride this momentum through. I was talking to Kamal a little bit in the NACE going before this one. He's confident. He's feeling good, and I think we're going to see a lot of aerial plays come through from him tonight.
Even that one, speaking of aerial plays, was insane. He puts the ball up, goes down, he light tapped it at that really specific angle to get it in. That looked pretty masterful to me. I think, the aerial dynamics and the expression you have in this game are just mind-blowing. Seeing it at a high level is super exciting.
Kamal loves playing in the air. That's one thing I learned from last year. So many plays from Kamal just riding off the roof or high walls or something like that, and then just dropping down and trying to attack that ball from the air to the ground, and works out well for him, and you see that result there now in a 3rd goal. And this is actually going to be Raman looking to take one as well, but a big save going to come there from Rec K9, and now St. Clair just looking to keep this pressure on. But honestly, at this point in time, Kennesaw State, have we seen a shot yet?
I feel like there was like one time where it was on the SCC side, but I feel like that may have just been like, you know, a clear or something, a fumble, yeah, some kind of fumble. It's so interesting to me. Like every time Nitrix is zooming around their side of the field, he's always picking up their boost. His pathing is so purposeful. Like that's really, really cool. You can kind of see a bit of the experience coming. And here we are. SCC's finally on the defense, but a really good clear out now.
Yeah, and that's immediately sent back to that halfway marker, and Nitrix is just going to pick up that ball from that halfway point, and now to look to send it onto the offense. The aerial play, the rebound from Kamon, and that's a hattie for him. 4-0 for the Saints, minute and a half remaining on the clock. Honestly...
Dude, I call that the Spider-Man. You saw what he did? He hung on the ceiling and just rolled on down. That was so sick.
For sure, but yeah, honestly, at this point of time, like, is it too early to call this game? Because, like, honestly, Saints up 4-0 right now. KSU just don't look to have an answer back here quite yet. But I feel like if you're KSU at this point, just look to build a couple goals for some momentum for yourself, right? That's the biggest thing. And this might be one here, but no, just slightly off the post. Good shot there from Billy, though.
Yeah, the defense here is really, you know, it's not just about suffocating offense. It's about how well you clear the ball when it's on your side. SUC has a great balance of both right now, but Nitrix is super hot. And I think, you know, in any sport you watch, that's always going to be like a huge X factor. And they have to find a way to kind of slow this down because it's kind of getting away from them. The game's kind of moving away from
Nitrix is pretty attractive. but yeah, so St. Clair, 4-0 still here. 50 seconds remaining on the clock. And KSU trying to get on the board here, but it looks like they're having some struggles. St. Clair is still trying to keep this in the offensive zone. It looks like they're doing that successfully. Ramen looking to come play this one up here. Now send this back in, but a little bit of a fake maybe, but no. Kamal now forced to play the defense, but once again, up in the air. Kamal looking to make some plays.
Such an insane return right there. You know, cleared and immediately met in the air and sent it right back. This the ball control right now is, an almost goal. Like, good saves. Yeah, I mean, like, they can't really get anything going. It's pretty insane.
Well, Kamal this year, what I've really noticed, especially so far in this season, he's really taken a little bit more of a defensive role than what I saw last year. He's really starting to incorporate these big saves, and we see it here. He's part of the reason that this is a shutout so far for the Saints. Jeez. And while he's playing this defensive role, he has a hat trick. Like, he has...
Is he playing a defensive role? It feels like he's been the playmaker the entire time. Like
but he's also saved almost all the shots, right? So it's tough to say. But he's playing both sides of the ball perfectly right now. That's game one.
That might be the fastest anything I've ever casted in my life.
Yeah, that's just Rocket League for you. So that's going to be 4-0, I think it was, their final score. Yeah, so it's going to be 3 goals. And then look at that. He also had the 3 saves. He had more saves.
Sorry, I meant Kamal. It wasn't Nitrix. It was Kamal that was hot. That's what I meant to say. My bad, guys.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, Kamal, 3 goals, 3 saves, 50% shooting rate, the 3 goals on 6 shots there, and he assisted Nitrix play. He was involved in every single goal for the Saints, and he saved over half of the shots for the Saints.
That's like, his back might be hurting, you know?
But it's not like...
Go to the chiropractor, just get those kinks worked out, because it's team on my back, though. That's what it is right now.
For sure. But it's not like Nitrix and Ramen were doing anything wrong. They're playing
not
bad.
At all, not at all.
Kamal just had all the best, like the plays were just set up perfectly for him.
Yeah.
He was in perfect position to make the plays on all those, and he does get the benefits there in that regard. So it's going to be the hat trick for him to open up this one, and it's going to be now KSU forced to answer back. Now here's a big thing. It's really tough to bounce back after a game like that. What do you think KSU kind of has to do differently going into this next one?
I feel like, you know, the hallmark of any like good team is part of it is recognizing when your players is doing really, really well and they're having those moments. You kind of like set them up to keep doing what they're doing. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I feel like the focus right now has to be shutting Kamal down as you get into the second game. They can't let what happened prior happen again, where, you know, you're getting 30 seconds and the first goal is already happening, and it looks like it may happen already. Honestly, like they're already playing defense, kind of just, you know, scrambling to prevent the kind of blowout we saw in the last game. Another goal opportunity? Could that actually be one?
Yeah, we'll find out, but no, not going to be rewarded with that one there early in this game number 2. And St. Clair, though, back to where they left off, right? Just putting this right back into Kennesaw State territory and trying to play off of that one there. So now Nitrix just fumbling this around in his corner, but it's immediately sent back out. And this might be a goal.
Wow.
He sent right over the defender, but lucky stop there from Toss. Actually, not lucky stop. That's very nice little flick there to turn that one around and put it back on the flip side of KSU now on the offense, but can they make a play from it? It seems as if they are having a tough time getting like contact in the offensive zone.
Yeah, it's like the lines just aren't setting up. I don't know what it is, but I feel like every time they knock it towards the SCC side, it's just the angles aren't right. It's bouncing off a top.
Oh, this might be something.
Oh no. And as I speak, but a really great save by Kamal here, clearing it out, and it may be, you know, switch of momentum again back on the KSU side.
Yeah, that's a shot on net for the Saints, but just off the post. Now going to be sent out. That's going to be Millie sending this one over here. I'm not sure if it's Smiley or Millie. I mean, the 9 could be an S, but I'm working on it. We'll see.
He'll forgive you.
Yeah, for sure. So, minute and a half, though. The defense has been
save.
a lot stronger from KSU. Just
save.
as you were saying that. Yeah, big save. And, yeah, I mean, a minute and a half scoreless here. This is a dub for KSU in their eyes, I'd assume.
Honestly.
Because coming from, St. Clair, putting that pressure on, firing away rapid shots, KSU's had a pretty decent time on attack here so far, answering back in game number 2.
Maybe this is that whole, unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Maybe KSU has to be that brick wall that just doesn't let, these pot shots go in.
Like one-goal games kind of type thing. Yeah, for sure.
And maybe if they can just keep it like that, they can eke out tiny advantages and turn those into goals. But only time will tell. Right now, deadlock, though.
Yeah, completely agreed with you in that regard. As Ramen, though, fumbling it around in his own territory. He's looking to put this in the offensive play. Well, that's going to be kicked aside there from the side of KSU. Now played in their end. Rec actually taking a big one off the corner, but Nitrix is going to be here to kind of mess up that play a little bit there and fumble it around. Now it is going to be some right in front of their net, but wow, just missing there from the side of St. Clair.
Scary situations we see. One thing I want to comment on is such great coverage by both teams. No matter where the ball's at, we're seeing somebody's hanging back. There's no spaces on the field. Oh wow. My gosh, and a goal.
Let's go. Their defense is rewarded with some offense.
As I was talking, yeah. I mean, it took them some time, but maybe that's what they got to do. Maybe their whole thing is control the pace of the game. What a fantastic goal right there by Smiley.
Yeah, huge one to open this one up. And halfway the game clock already burnt. That's huge for KSU to be halfway through this game, have now a 1-0 lead. Yes, it might not be a crazy comfortable
less
lead,
time.
But it's less time that you're going to have to play off this lead.
Yeah.
They can at least maybe keep up this defense for another 2.5 minutes and, just make this the 1-goal game like we were talking about it could be. So that's going to be KSU opening up nice here in this game.
Yeah, super. Oh, no way. My mind's going to be blown if that went in so fast. Yeah, I mean, pace control is what it's all going to be all about. SEC's proven to be...
Oh! That was a solo goal. Like, he needed no help from any teammates on that. He was just riding this all along the wall.
Spider-Man strikes again. What is this? Look at this.
It was like a wall dribble.
That was wild. That's so sick.
Yeah, he's just dribbling that one off the wall the whole way through. Going to be rewarding him with a...
I mean, this is like anti-gravity soccer, man. This stuff is crazy. I love it, man. It's just like dribble on the green. No, man. I'm going on the side of the wall, upside your head. You're not going to see this coming.
Yeah, for sure. And it worked out perfectly. Tie game here now. 2 minutes remaining.
Oh, no way!
Offense. Here's another one for Kennesaw. And that was just a little bit of an over-rotation from the Saints. A little bit of a missed ball. Nitrix was just not having enough boost.
Yeah, look at that. That positioning there for the defense was not a really good thing. You never want to have your back completely away from the ball. You want to be kind of coming at it from angles to make it easier to cut off because there's nobody behind him. Once the ball gets past you, that's it, man. It's all she wrote. KSU pulling ahead in the second game, and I'm kind of surprised here, honestly. How do you feel?
Yeah, I'm a little surprised here too, but I think it might be the Saints just getting a little bit too overconfident. Like, on that kind of play there, you saw a little bit of a more aggressive type offensive pressure from St. Clair.
Yeah.
Something that we maybe should see toned back a little bit there, but now that they're playing behind, this might be a nice shot.
Good save.
Going to be on net, but yeah, like you were saying, good save. That's going to be Millie coming through and stopping that one from the play. Kamal playing this one midfield, trying to translate it into an offensive play. This is what I mean.
Look at this ballerina. What is he doing?
And that's going to be a shot now, rebounded, set up for another one, and that dribbles through. Kamal put on the board for a second game in a row here now, 2-2. 80 seconds remain on the clock, and this is anybody's game at this point here.
Are you kidding me? National Ballet Academy for Advanced Dance. What is that? What is that? That's crazy. Can you even do that? Is that legal? I feel like that's not allowed.
For sure, but yeah, 2-2 tie-up game here now, and this is a big one if you're for Kennesaw State here. You do not want to start off your series going down 2-0, and the Saints are definitely being tested here now in this series. It's going to be Kamal, though, putting it offensive play on, and he's doing it again, just as you were saying. Kamal making something magical happen midair, drops that one through, boosts again, gets the reflip, and that is going to be sent in the net. St. Clair now take a 1-goal advantage, despite being down in this game twice.
A beautiful technical goal right there by Kamal. I feel like they were caught sleeping on the job, and they're like, no, hit me with that coffee, wake me up. We got to get back into this game. Super explosive and exciting match, too. I love it. I love it. Oh, my God.
Oh, he does
Not
it
again.
Oh, it's the post, but he dribbled. He broke their ankles. I didn't know cars had ankles until today. And Kamal making a nice play there, just not able to get the final execution through on it.
The expression, man. Sorry to interrupt. The the expression that you can do in this game is unbelievable, man. Like, just the the on-the-ball techniques and maneuvers are just wild
For
stuff.
sure. So, but 35 seconds remaining. Kennesaw gonna have to do something here fairly quickly now.
Nice save there.
And Kamal with a big demo, though. That's gonna slow down the offensive play. Nitric's gonna dribble this over an opponent. He's gonna send this down in, and that's in for Robin. That's his first of the series, and Saints now leading by 2. And that might be putting the nail in the coffin here, Bernard, because 20 seconds on the clock is not a lot for Kennesaw to find 2 more goals in this one.
This is the first time, I've casted a Rocket League match, but very quickly I'm seeing those demo advantages are coming through. The minute he was out, it didn't take less than 5 seconds for a goal to come through. So, you're going to have to keep those to a minimum. It was looking really competitive, but now 20 seconds left. Another goal!
Like you said,
what is going on?
Like coffee kind of statement. Yeah, they definitely just fueled up midway that game. I don't know what it was. Coach Mike was like, "Okay, come on, guys, let's get her going."
Slap you on the head.
Yeah, it's like my hockey coach there back in the day. Just slap me on the helmet there or whatnot. But yeah, Saints gonna start taking things here now a little bit more in dominant fashion.
Yeah.
And honestly, in my eyes, this game gonna be wrapped up here now. KSU is gonna have to find 3 goals in 15 seconds, about 5 seconds each goal. But time is of the essence, and St. Clair putting this one back on the attack is just gonna close things out here now. And St. Clair up 2-0 in this series. Kennesaw State gonna have to answer back here now soon, and the question is like what can they do to answer back? This is definitely a step in the right direction.
It was.
They got 2 goals on the board.
It was.
Played a good defensive game, but
this
I felt like
oh my lord,
the second half of this one just fell apart a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, as you're talking, like a 6th one went in, so I mean that's tough. What I'd like to see is more of what they did this game, just extended. I feel like they ran out of gas. They started, controlled the pace. They had, fantastic early goals. Everything seemed to be going their way. And I don't know, that slap on the head that hit a NOS in the SCC side kind of threw things in the other direction. But I think if they can maintain control, slow the game down, those great high clears, buy themselves time, they want a timeout. They want to just get 1 goal and stick with that rock solid defense. So maybe more of that, because I don't know if they're going to be able to match this offense. This is insane. 6-2 is quite a gap.
That's what probably put the side of Kennesaw backlined a bit. You do see Rec not readying up here yet. They could be talking against the team a little bit, maybe getting something in line. He will be readying up here now, though. But yeah, like as I was saying, it seems as if as soon as the Saints get like a couple more goals and like they start to show their offensive dominance, it makes it very, very difficult for the side of KSU to answer back, right? As soon as that was like a 2-2 game, it was just all Saints after that, because I don't know if it's the decision of the Saints mindset being like, okay, we got to turn up here now, or if it's the mindset of KSU being like, damn, feeling like kind of like defeated. It could be a mix of both, but we'll see as we head into game number 3. This is I'm not going to say must win for KSU, but they cannot afford to be down 3-0 in this series and then forced to reverse sweep.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about metrics, you're saying I'd like to see based on the first goal or I think it's the first goal or first
game.
Almost. Yeah, it's very rare to see a team be down 3-0 and then make a comeback. So yeah, this is a very pivotal game. It's like the tipping point, I would say.
KSU had a beautiful shot there to open it up, and Rex gonna put another one on the net. He's applying the pressure, but the defensive saves from St. Clair have been so strong already in this one. And right now, so far, so good for the Saints. And I mean, honestly, KSU has been starting off the offense in this game at least crazy. Like, this has been the first 50 seconds, best first 50 seconds I've seen from them so far.
Honestly, I just love how, things are looking bad, and on defense, this KSU team swooping in like Batman to just smack it out of the air. It's so good. They got to keep this up.
Yeah, completely agreed with you on that one. So we do see a little bit more of this play coming through in the midfield kind of territory. Kamal now, though, looking to send this one out of his zone, but that's actually set in front of the Saints net, but no one going to be able to capitalize on from KSU. Millie going to get a big demo, but it doesn't really matter because the Saints do have this one in their territory, but it will be instantly cleared, and Ramen going to put it back in the zone despite being demoed.
Yeah, looking tough here. Not just kind of being knocked back and forth. I think they're just jockeying for position, waiting for it. Another demo there on the side, looks like. And here we are, KSU forced to defend again. Let's see, a good clear here, back on the Saints side, but they're maintaining the midfield control. Boots in their favor, balls on their side of the field. It's all in the hands of SEC again. It just seems to be their offense is the story of the night. Oh,
completely agreed with you on that one, and it's a little bit slowed down here. KSU doing what they did last game, kind of in my opinion, where they really slow the Saints down in the beginning, make the 0-0 around halfway through the game, then maybe find one nice goal, find one nice opportunity. And this is what they got to do the whole way through the game. Obviously, it's easier said than done, but I really like what KSU's doing right now as we see Taz put one away.
That bounce pass was unreal. That was like an alley. Look at this. The replay is going to show us right here. Like that high.
Yep, right off the backboard, and then look at that. You can just put it away. And that's what we like to see from KSU, exactly as I was talking about. Play it really defensively, find your opportunities, capitalize, and go back to how you were doing it before. Now KSU just has to keep up what they were doing this whole time through and not allow the Saints to get that kind of pop-off momentum that they had before.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, KSU definitely is showing us that they have the capability. You know, the skill is there. They're there in unison. They just have to be consistent, you know, and not just like, you know, flop after a little while. Because right now they have the lead. I just want to see them hold on to it and make this competitive. You know, bring the score up to 2-1 if you can.
Yeah, last game they had a lead for a couple times there, but St. Clair would answer back like nearly right away. And it looks like St. Clair is going to answer back here now. Nitric's going to find the back of the net for the Saints, and this is going to be a 1-1 game as we approach the halfway marker through game number 3. And St. Clair, they're not allowing KSU to have any sort of control over the game.
Yeah.
St. Clair wants to be in the driver's seat. St. Clair wants to be the ones controlling the pace.
Yeah, I mean, if the first match was any indication, that's how they play. You know, they go rough right out the gates. They want to overwhelm you as quickly as they can. And part of that strategy is when KSU gets a goal, they got to take the wind out of their sails, you know, deflate them. Your goal doesn't matter. Here's a goal right back.
Oh, here it is. That's another one
as
for
I'm
Ramen.
saying.
And they're heating up. This is what, yeah, just as you were touching on, St. Clair now going to start heating up here. Now Ramen going to find the back net on that one. And just as we were saying heating up, I could heat up some nice ramen right now. That'd be pretty nice.
No, you're going to make me hungry, man. Not on stream. Not like this.
But yeah, that would be
tasty.
St. Clair now 2-1 once again in the driver's seat. And there's nothing new here that we're seeing from the Saints, right? I mean, the driver's seat controlling the tempo of the game is from what they're doing so far. And you're just seeing it come back to light right here in game number 3.
Yeah, I really like also, you know, Ramen stepping up. You know, Kamal was the story of game 1, game 2, I would say. But, you know, Ramen getting his first goal last game and then now punching through with a second. It's really awesome. Takes some of the pressure off Kamal, you know, balancing that offense around and makes it kind of hard. Like, who should we be afraid of? Who's the threat here? It's the whole team? Is it just Kamal?
I'm going to have to agree with you. It's the whole team here. You know, Kamal, great player and all. He's obviously a threat here, but all these Saints players can put it away. I feel like the biggest threat is who's ever in the good position for the shot.
Yeah.
Whoever has the best shot opportunity is going to be your threat at the time, and we see Nitrix shutting down an opportunity there with the big demo on a wreck, and Taw's not able to put it away, but Smiley, or Miley, whatever it is.
I think it's 9 milli.
Yeah.
Because it's a 9 milli. That would make 9 million, 9 milli.
9 million?
Hopefully he has that much in his bank account. That'd be nice. I need 9 milli.
Yeah, but St. Clair leading still here in this one. Time is becoming slowly of the essence here for KSU, though, as we approach now nearly down to this 1-minute marker.
Yeah, I mean, there was an interesting play in the last game. Another demo here. Yeah, there was a really unfortunate demo a moment ago when KSU was pulling it up to the SEC goal, got blown up right before an attempt. Oh, here we go, another one, but a really great clear by SEC. We're seeing KSU with a rare opportunity to run some offense, but there's only a minute left, so you got to do what you can with the time, you know?
Yeah, for sure. So here we are. Like I was just saying, time is always such a factor in Rocket League, right? It's something that's always ticking. It's something that's always going to be having to be a thought here is time. How much time do you have to do this? How much time do you have to come back? What do you need to do here? But Kamal putting away another one, going to make the Saints have a nice little bit of a comfortable lead here now as they rack that one up to 2 and forces KSU to find multiple goals here in a pretty timely fashion. They have 44 seconds to score 2, about 22 seconds per goal if you break that one down.
Man, I mean, you said comfortable. I feel like that's nail in the coffin. My take on that is like 45 seconds for 2 goals.
I've watched too much Rocket League to say nail in the coffin.
Okay, you know what? I take
that's
it back.
what I mean. That's what I mean. Caster's curse.
I take it back, bro. Maybe I should get cursed more because I want to see a hype match. So maybe I should curse it some more. I want to see this 3-3.
Yeah.
That was like a crazy goal right there. Where was the defense at? What was happening with the rotations?
It was a 50-50 there for that ball, and it was actually when they 50-50 and collided there, it was actually sent over that Saints member's car and just right into the top of the net, and nobody was there to defend it right off the kickoff, and it's going to reward them here. Now, Rowan looking to find another one for the 2-goal lead once again. Not able to connect it through with that one, but Saints are still in the offense. Kamal trying to find a play. Nitrix here down playing off the rebound, but not able to get it. But he will set it up for Ramen, who might be able to make a play here, and that is going to be sent away, though, from Taz.
Almost there, yeah. Ramen determined to say, I'm not just a food you eat. I'm a really good Rocket League player. 10 seconds left for KSU to make their mark. You know, if they don't do this, SEC is going to be up 3-0. Really hard deficit to come back from.
Yeah.
Jockeying for the ball right now. It's just flying around midfield, looking for an advantage. 1 second left, and that's all she wrote. SEC is going to be taking game 3. I don't know what they're going to do now. I'm just like...
This is where it gets really tough, right?
It's exciting. Don't get me wrong, right? It's exciting. Like, it's getting actually more competitive with each match.
Yeah, you can see the improvement. They're reading the Saints more as we go through, right? We saw 2-goal game or 3-goal game, whatever it was before, and now another, like, a little bit closing that gap more and more. As a 1-goal game, it's definitely a big difference. Better team play that we're seeing from KSU come through and actually get into play here now. But as we were saying, the team playing fairly even there. But if you're from the side of KSU, it's so difficult difficult to come back now because you need the reverse sweep. You need a reverse sweep to take the series here, or else you're going into round 1 of the losers bracket, which is where nobody wants to be in round 1 of losers. That's the worst place you want to be, because then if you make it to finals or something, you're playing, what, 20 games to get through all these matches. But
single limb, life on the line, you know,
exactly.
and you're going to be facing other teams. Like, you're starting, this is round 1, right? So if you get knocked into losers round 1, you're going to be facing other similarly skilled teams. So the potential to just go 0-2 is it's there, you know. We don't want that to happen, obviously, for KSU, for any team. But you have to remember that every single game you play is important. Not let that get ahead of you. You know, stay mindful, be in the moment, and just remember that as bad as this looks, they have had incremental victories. They have made the gap smaller and smaller. Their defense has been picking up. Honestly, Kamal has had less of an impact in the first game. I mean, now it's kind of shared, but I think that's a good thing. I need to see them fight on an even footing, and I haven't really seen that yet, I feel.
One thing I really do think, if I had to give like advice to KSU or something, right, like
give advice
right now, then I'd say take it one game at a time, because that's the biggest thing right now. Thinking the long game where you're like, oh man, we still have to do this 3 more times, blah blah blah. No, you can't think like that. You gotta take it one at a time, because that's all you can do, right? So KSU, here we go. Fix your mistakes from the last game, implement it in this one, come through with a win here, and then look at that. You're closing that gap even more. But St. Clair here, looking to end it off here. They looks like they want to just wrap it up, call it a night, and move on to round number 2.
It looks like it might happen right here. I mean, there's no one really. The angles is off. I feel like at the beginning of every first minute we've watched has been SEC attacking. I don't know what they're doing, what NOS they have in those tanks, or what kind of ramen they're eating, but it's just like. They just seem to have ball control like every time I look at the screen, and you can't have that, you know. You got to be striking back.
Yeah, so I as much as I agree with you, I think it's a good thing that they do put all that energy on first, but every time it's been allowing KSU a really scary opportunity shortly after, just like what we saw, where St. Clair's a little bit over-rotated and KSU has an opening to potentially make a play on, and it gets really scary for the Saints sometimes here. Nice shot there coming through, but an even better defensive play from the side of KSU once again. Nitrix looking to make a play here with Kamal's help, but not going to go, and Ramen coming through, and now all 3 players committed on this play. They got to race back so KSU can have a defender there to stop them.
Oh, nice little demo there. KSU's doing a great job. Same thing we've seen in the second and third game of clearing the ball out and keeping things even. You know, you don't want to give away goals too early. Oh, you have enough.
Oh man. The F1 car's out for Ramen. I didn't notice until now. I love when they pull it out.
F1 car.
And, yeah, I'm
Are you
a
a
big
Formula 1 fan?
I'm a big fan of the not just the Formula 1 in general, but the F1 cars in Rocket League. I just love seeing it because it's more of like a meme type thing, right?
Yeah.
Like you see like Octanes, other basic kind of cars like that, but then you see the F1, this little like kind of piece of like wood almost, like literally just like a
the
flat
Red Bull. Oh, look at
material.
that! Yeah.
But yeah,
Max
here we go.
Verstappen driving this car right here. Here we go. Yeah, ball just flying around. I mean. They're just jockeying. I think this is actually good for KSU. This is what you want to see. Good pickup there by Rec. You know, chasing this ball down, getting that 100 boost. It's going to give you an advantage during these chases. I think stabilizing the match like this, getting it away from your goal. This is not good. This is looking scary, man.
They played it well, though. Rec going to come through and clear that off to his corner is at least a start. And now they're looking to clear it out here. Good shot there to get by the defender. And now, halfway through this game, over halfway actually, and we're still scoreless here, Bernard.
Yeah, we are scoreless. Man, you know what, man? I love this F1 car. I never even really took a hard look at it, but I'm a huge F1 fan, so I think I got to pick that up.
Yeah, definitely cop it.
Yeah, seriously.
So here we go. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Saints looking to try to translate potentially an offensive play here now as they do send that over towards KSU territory. 9 milli trying to make a play to stop that one through, but not going to go. Now Nitrix taking a 50-50 in mid, but Taw's going to win that one. Now Kamal here to help out his teammate and play this one into the offense. Dropping it into their zone to set up 2. Nitrix, I believe that was, but the shot can be safe from Taz.
Yeah, tough. Kamal and Nitrix going in there for a little 2v2 action. You know, they're doing a great job of getting the ball where they want it to be, but they're just not finding ways to complete these situations. Here we got another situation, SEC, pulling it up to KSU's side. It looks like it could be a goal, but off the top wall. Bouncing back, still on their side, though, so SCC still has a chance. Another lob here, but a fantastic block by Rec.
Now, I was going to compliment kind of like the defense here in this game, and it has been pretty decently on the ball, but both teams' offense just has looked a lot slowed down here in this one. They're not getting as many like rapid kind of shots on the net. They're not getting as many nice opportunities. The defense has definitely been improved here now in this one, and we're seeing it as a scoreless game here still. Now another minute and a half later. Shut me up.
Curse.
Come on.
Curse.
Gonna find one here now. Minute and 11 remaining, and that's a big one to find if you're the Saints, because this is late in the game where now KSU time's of the essence immediately after Saints score.
I'm not sure what happened there. It seemed like they were just late to the punch. You know, that was a fantastic tip-in. Flipped upside down, knocks the ball in with the front of his car. As you're talking about it being an even game, they blew it wide open. The problem now is you have 1 minute left.
Oh, Rack! Gonna find it for KSU. It is literally as soon as we start
finish?
talking.
I can't finish, I guess, eh? These guys are going at it.
Yeah, that is a 1-1 here. Now, a minute remaining. And now, honestly, this gives me a little bit of a feeling that whatever team scores this next goal, that's
wins.
game.
Yeah,
I think that if you score this next goal here, you're going to just have so much, you know, of the favoritism in this game here now. And there's so little time remaining for the opposing team that next goal, going to win here in my book.
Yeah, I think that KSU's done a fantastic job of taking the lessons that they learned throughout the set and putting, it might be too little, too late. We'll see how this goes. This last 45 seconds are really crucial. But, you know, I think they're doing a great job.
Oh,
no! Cursed!
Wreck!
I gotta
be
stop
there
saying
to stop
things.
it.
I'm just going to stop talking and let it unfold because this is just too much for my heart.
Yeah, so they are going to keep this in KSU territory, though. Now, Kamal playing off it, going to be sent over towards the net. Now, Ramen looking to play off it in the corner, but not going to be able to. Kamal for a center, possibly going, but no, nobody there to make the play. And the opportunities have been kind of there for the Saints. There's nothing actually optimal yet. The centers have been there, but no one really able to completely play off of it. And now it is going to be Nitrix, Kamal, and Ramen still keeping the pressure on. 10 seconds remaining, and this one might be going to overtime, Bernard.
Possible. I mean, they've kept it on this side the entire time. I feel like they're a single shot away. They're so close, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No,
going
there it
to
is.
OT. So
At least we see one OT this series.
This is the first for me. So how does this go? Is it just next goal wins?
Next goal wins, yep.
Oh my! This is a sudden death. This is not OT. This is like all the marbles. Oh,
Ramen!
off the corner!
Post. No. I wanted to see it. There it is! F1 card gets it!
We like Ramen in his house.
They put it in their own net? Hold on. Ramen hits it here.
No, Ramen
bounces off the post.
Oh, no way.
Ramen,
I think you're right.
Touches it again
No,
there.
no, he tried to.
But I don't know if he touched it again there or whatnot, but yeah, he must have. There we go. So Saints going to take that one there. And wow.
He was trying to intercept them on that last goal. Yeah. And I think, again, just there, a split second too late, and look at that.
KSU making it nice and interesting for us, though. They will take an overtime play there on the Saints, but as our prediction was kind of setting, like, you know, 4-0, 4-1 for the Saints. Pretty accurate here, didn't coming into play.
Yeah.
St. Clair 4-0 over KSU, now advancing now to round number 2 of these NACE Challenger playoffs. Very, very exciting stuff. And
I'm so excited.
I'm not sure if our match is ready there on that side of the bracket. I highly doubt it just because of how quick this one actually played through. Mm-hmm. But we will be playing either a 16 seed or a 17 seed just based on how the bracket's set up.
Right.
So Saints obviously probably going to be a favorite in round number 2 as well. But we'll pull up the bracket here now just so we can. We got some time. So
let's take a deep look into the future. So, you know, Saints going up 4-0 against KSU Black. It looks like, and there's already results here.
Yep.
So this looks like it's ongoing. You know, ODU Silver with the advantage.
And honestly, for UCF Academy, 3-0 over OSU right now, no surprises for me personally there. UCF is probably going to be our toughest competition in these next couple of rounds, which will be in the round of 8. So St. Clair winning that round of 32 will advance to the round of 16. Pretty good stuff for them there. They're at least guaranteeing themselves, I believe that is top 24 here in the actual event. And that is also now going to put them probably going to be playing ODU Silver here on November 29th.
Yeah, I think that's a Friday. No, that's like next.
Yeah, that's a Monday or something like that.
Yeah,
but despite that, though, then they're looking pretty solid in that regard. So nothing really crazy on that bracket that surprises me, really, to be completely honest. Like St. Clair 4-0, not surprising. UCF Academy up 3-0, not surprising to me. Very exciting to see how the rest of these ones play out. But
can we scroll down? Actually, I kind of want to see what the second seed Titans are up to.
Okay. Oh, no show from UBC.
Oh, that's not good. You don't want to see that.
No,
Titans
not in
up
playoffs.
1. Yeah, so to be expected. I think the bracket so far is kind of going according to plan as much as that makes sense.
Fanshawe as a 2017 seed against RIT Black as a 6 seed. That's 2-2. Yeah, that's a potential upset maybe in a few ones. We'll follow this bracket here a little bit more as the night goes on. We'll cover this bracket more as we do talk to you guys in our next round coming in the next week or whatnot there. But as for this, here we go. So the Saints, they play this one really well against KSU. They just got to keep that momentum here going forward into their next rounds and whatnot. KSU, I only saw KSU going uphill that series. I'm going to have to agree. Maybe that last game was a little bit tougher than it could have been, but it was better. They went from like a 2-goal game to a 1-goal game to an overtime.
Yeah.
So it's good. They were making progress throughout that whole series. Got to give props to KSU where it's due. And they do still have a loser's bracket to potentially make a run in.
Yeah, 100%. I think if there's one thing they can take away from this set, it's, take solace in the fact that you were, slowly doing better and better. At one point, it almost seemed like they were giving up. It was 6-2. They were just letting goals fly in, but I think they kind of banded together and they figured something out. They just need to figure that out early from the first game, because say SEC came to this game and they played consistently strong from the very first to the very last game. I think KSU needs to kind of emulate that in the lower bracket and say, who knows, maybe there'll be a matchup further in the bracket if they can push far enough.
Yeah, if KFC can push far enough, there might be another one indeed. So, with that being said, though, that will be wrapping us up here for the evening for NACE Star League round number 1 here in the round number 32. Let's go. The Saints were able to take that one. Just a quick little recap there for 4-0. And let's give a shout out to our sponsors here now, as we wouldn't be able to put on this broadcast there without them. So, thank you to Crunchyroll. They're our newest sponsor here for this semester. And you guys can get a 14-day premium trial for free. Crunchyroll.com/Saints and Crunchyroll. Essentially the Netflix of anime. Any anime you can think of, or any anime you want to watch, most likely on Crunchyroll. And you guys can start off watching that series or whatnot for free with your premium trial. Crunchyroll.com/Saints if you're interested. And thank you to our other sponsors as well. Tim Hortons, Subway, the SRC, and the St. Clair College Alumni Association. Bernard, do you want to talk a little bit about our merch?
I'd love to, yeah. I'm all about the clothing. I love these clean black lines, these clean, look at these dark green, these yellows. The new merch looks fantastic. So go grab it at acquire.ca/Saints. Acquire's done a fantastic job, helping us roll out this great merch. Variety of colors and icons for you to throw on your back. So, rep the Saints. And rep the nest.
Yeah, I can confirm it's definitely very comfortable. I'm wearing my jacket here right now, and I could probably fall asleep here in this desk, but no, just kidding there. But yeah, they're very nice, very comfortable, good quality, and everything you could potentially ask for there in some merchandise. So if you guys are interested, once again, acquire.ca/Saints. So with that being said, that will be wrapping us up here tonight. But thank you to you viewers at home for tuning in, as we do really appreciate you guys all coming in here supporting our Saints. Or if you are from the South KSU, we appreciate you coming in here and supporting nonetheless. Bernard, any final words to cut us up here for tonight?
Yeah, man. I had a fantastic job fantastic time casting this with you. Even though it was kind of a shutout, I thought it was super exciting. Thanks so much for having me on, and it was just a good time. I can't wait for the next round and casting that.
Awesome. So thank you, St. Clair Saints Nation, for tuning in today. My name, Jackson Pry Brown, joined alongside Bernard Raynex Muffy, and this was St. Clair College versus KSU. St. Clair going to be winning this one 4-0 and starting off 1-0 in NACE Star League playoffs, heading into round number 2 here in the next couple weeks. So guys, catch you guys all on the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys all later.
Have a good night.